So you're thinking about moving to Beaumont, Texas. Today I'm going to talk about the top 5 suburbs of Beaumont, Texas. If this is your first time on the channel, you want to learn all there is to know about Beaumont, Texas, Southeast Texas, the Golden Triangle. This is your channel. Click that like button, subscribe, so you can be the first to know about the current market trends and things that are happening right here in Beaumont. I'm Roland Thomas II. My wife and I, our family, we've lived in Southeast Texas here since 21, about 22 is when we made the move, permanently to Southeast Texas. And so we started out in Windy, Texas. We were some city slickers who wanted to get some country living right. And let me tell you, we got it. We got it, which was super cool. We have chickens and bees and a goat, and so we're loving the country living. So we actually live in a small town that's just outside of Beaumont. We live in a small suburb outside of Beaumont, where we could get our country living. So this is the channel for you. Here's the deal: I love helping people move to Southeast Texas. So listen, if you're 9 days or 90 days, make sure you give me a shout. My contact details are below. Give me a call, set up a Zoom, and then we'll get you rocking and rolling. I'm gonna take you here into my computer so that you can see this here. There we go. Beaumont, Texas, right here. If I can draw a full circle. There it is. All right, so here's Beaumont, Texas is the heart. It is the heart of Southeast Texas. Everything kind of started here, right? So back in 1901, we had the spindle top gusher. And actually the museum is right over here. So right over here is about where that spindle top went down. And here's what's super cool. It changed the game. The world changed when the liquid gold came up in Beaumont. I mean, the petroleum industry that we know of today is because it started right here in Beaumont, Texas. So super cool. But there's a lot of history going on here. So let's talk about Beaumont here a little bit. So Beaumont has a population of about 115,000 people. 115,000 people. The average home in Beaumont is about $229,000. And that all depends, honestly, it really all depends on where you're at. But if we take an average, right, highs and the lows, you're looking at the average median home price in Beaumont is about $229,000. Here's an interesting fun fact. So Beaumont actually has the largest fire hydrant in the world. I think it's 31 feet. It's something huge, something crazy, something massive. But it actually looks like a fire hydrant from 101 Dalmatians. It's painted like that, and it was actually donated by Disney. So super cool. On another video, I'm gonna be downtown and you're gonna see it. I'm gonna show y'all live when I get there. And so what you find, so Beaumont is the center. It's the centerpiece of Southeast Texas. All right, let's talk about Nederland, Texas, right here. Let's see if I can get my little marker to work like that. Nederland, Texas, right here. So Nederland has about 18,000, almost 19,000 people. It's a suburb, right? So I'm trying to get my little Nederland. Again, is about 18, almost 19,000 people. Average home in Nederland is about $244,000. Okay, $244,000, and it was actually founded by the Dutch, which is super cool. It was actually founded by the Dutch, and when they named Nederland, they actually called it the Netherlands. And so in Dutch, Nederland means the Netherlands. So every March, there's actually a big um, heritage, a Nederland heritage festival. I mean, it's like Hallmark, man. It's some Hallmark stuff going on, which I love it. That's coming from the city, just coming out here to the country. Everything's just a slower pace, right? And so, I came from, again. We moved here from Houston, and I guess you could say on the outskirts of Houston, you'll come across some cities that have the little festivals and all these things. And even Houston, you'll try, but it's just different when it's just literally it's like 18,000 people live there. It's small, and then everyone from all over comes to these festivals and just really make it fun, right? Make it fun and just nostalgic in a way. You know what I'm saying? Next we're gonna talk about groves. So groves is right here. Now, actually, you're gonna find Nederland, Port Neches, groves. All these three, they all kind of bunched together and they all overlap. So whenever you're driving over there, you don't know if you're in Nederland, Port Neches, groves. It's just kind of all together. Matter of fact, they took the high schools and just smashed it, right? So it's Port Neches, groves. High school. I'm joking, but Groves actually started in the 1920s. I found it super cool. It was actually like a subdivision that expanded from Port Arthur. So Port Arthur is Port Arthur is over here, right? And so this was kind of an expansion of a neighborhood, and it became its own city, right? So now I'll share this. I've seen this a lot. I've seen a lot of investors in groves, flipping homes, flipping, renting, fixing, flipping. So it's just small. It's cute. They got a lot of. I mean, just good quality bones. Just beautiful. Some nice, beautiful homes over there. I see a lot of investors in groves. So if you're an investor, give me a shout. Let's talk about Port Neches. So then Port Neches again is another one. I think I might need a better app for this. Port Neches, right? Has about 13,000 people. So 13, almost 14,000 or so people. Give or take a few, right? Average home price in Port Neches is going to run you about 240,000. Port Neches, what I found was actually cool. It actually played a pretty significant role during the World War II, and so they actually had played a significant role in World War II, and so there's actually still a near the river there on a military base. And so when I first came out here, I drove by. I was on the way to a customer's and I saw this base, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, is a military base here?" I had no idea, right? And some big old warships, and it's legit. And so it was just super cool, right? Again, it's one of those things. There's shipyards. It's there's a big shipyard over here. A little shipyard over here, and then there's a real nice restaurant. I want to say it should be. Could you come up? Yeah. So you got Sterling Shipyard. You have the Riverfront Park over here. The feed store is actually a restaurant. So I heard this restaurant is really good. I haven't tried it. I gotta try it. But anyway, I should try it. Take y'all by it. We'll try it together. But the feed store is a restaurant. The restaurant that I have been to is really good. It is called the Wheelhouse right here, the Neches River Wheelhouse, and it's like a dock over here too. So I think you can like pull your boat up and dock and go eat at the Wheelhouse, right? So now take it back. So this right here, this park here, the Port Neches Riverfront Park. This park is beautiful. They actually just finished this new addition called the Tugboat, and it was super. It was super cool. The community came together to build this tugboat extension to the park. all the companies over there, the neighbors, everyone came, community came together. I want to say, I think they put this park together in like 2.5, 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. I mean, boom, busted it out. And so, again, beautiful park. Now let me tell you something. I wasn't accustomed to this, right? Coming from the city, but over here, y'all, these folks. If you're gonna move to Port Neches, you're gonna need a golf cart. Right over here, I'm telling you, man, everybody has a golf cart over here. So at the park, so they do this RiverFest every year. Last year, Torrin Wells from Houston came, big gospel singer or contemporary Christian singer. He came and did an event at the Neches River. So super cool. But they had a whole golf cart parking area right here. And it actually came in handy because the high school is down the street, and that's actually where we park. So we park past the high school. So you got the high school here. We park, I mean, goodness, I think it was like right over here, right? And so we had to haul it, man, out a long way. And thank goodness, one of the folks from our church that lives in the neighborhood actually had a golf cart and was like, "Hey, dude, we'll drop you off." So that was I was extremely grateful for the golf cart of Port Neches. So you move to Port Neches, get you a golf cart, right? All right. Now I'm gonna take you to the next one. And you're gonna hear about this community a lot, because I mean it is just a nice community. It's a nice suburb of Beaumont. Right here you have see if I can get there. There we go. Move the map some. Lumberton, Texas, right here. Lumberton is another top suburb of Beaumont. Lumberton, Texas. See if I can give me a little marker. Oh, bad circle, but Lumberton, Texas. So Lumberton has about 13,500, close to 14,000 people in there in this suburb. So still a small community, right? The average household, the average home price in Lumberton is about $397,000. So you get higher price point, nice schools, good community, and there's a lot of room to grow in Lumberton. So there's a new community that's being built right over here. So let's see, let me get this in here. Right over here by the park, there is there's a new community being built here. So really looking forward to, as they get all the homes together, we're gonna tour that. I'm gonna tour that one and show you what that one looks like. But this, I mean, they're growing. There's new developments that are happening all along here, over here, and there are just restaurants moving out. I mean, not restaurants, but there's businesses that are coming in all over the place. And so Lumberton is growing, and it's super cool. So you get this, you still get the country feel, right? You still get the country feel. You still get a little bit of land, right? You still get some land. You still get the country feel. You're still close to the city if you need to run to Beaumont for anything big, which is kind of how we do it out here. You go to Lumberton. I mean, I'm sorry, if you're in a suburb, and you go over to Beaumont to maybe do some more shopping if you haven't grown it in your garden, right? Or you haven't hunted. You've been hunted it, because people hunt out here. We hunt and we garden. Yeah, that's what happens out here in the country, which I love. I mean, I love this stuff. So you go into Beaumont, maybe get some things from like the HEB or something like that. They got the hospitals in Beaumont. Yeah, I mean, they have some hospitals in Lumberton, but the big systems, the Baptist, uh, shoots. There's two major hospitals. Okay, come back in 3, 2, 1. So you can go to Beaumont for if you need to go to the hospital or something like that. If there's anything that's super urgent, then you just drive over to Houston. Now, a lot of times since Houston is so close, you can make a nice little day trip out of it and go to Houston for whatever. We do it all the time. We just when we get our city loneliness, right? We go take us a day trip to Houston. Now, the one thing that didn't resonate with me, it took a little while to really kind of resonate with me, right? Is how close we are to Louisiana. So again, I grew up in Houston, and so Louisiana it just didn't seem that close. But honestly, if you go this way to Houston, right? It's about an hour and some change, about an hour and a half, depending on where you're coming from. Well, you can take an hour and a half, really an hour, and you can be right here in Lake Charles. So this is the same distance between Lake Charles and Houston, and so you can really make a day trip out of Lake Charles. Go get you some Cajun food, which I love. You some boudin, some crawfish, man. I'm here. The shrimp po' boys. Come on, I'm a foodie. I love food. You a foodie? I'm telling you, it's a good spot to be in because then you can go to Houston if you want. If there's some cuisine that you can't find here in Beaumont. Then you just go to Houston. Right? Make it a day trip, whatever you want to do. It's not that far from. And then if not, you want to go to Lake Charles, you can go to Lake Charles and take part in the festivities and things that you can do in Lake Charles. So it's actually not that far. It's the same distance both ways to get your city fix if you need it. And then you just come back. You come back, right? And do your thing. You come back to the slow life, right? That's why I love Southeast Texas. It's just you get enough of the city, right? You get enough of the taste of the city in Beaumont. But the whole area just feels small because everything's kind of wider, right? It's not all congested. So let me get to the next city here. Get to the next city. So the next city is next suburb is Silsbee, Texas. So let me get my little marker together. Okay, we'll take a look at Silsbee here. So Silsbee is right here. So again, not too far from Lumberton. Literally, it's about a 15-minute. See that? I like that writing. It'll make my M a little better. It's about a 15-minute drive. Not even that. It's not even 15 minutes. I mean, it's like about 7 minutes from Lumberton, right? So Silsbee was actually a railroad town. Silsbee was actually a railroad town. The population there is about 7,000 people. The average home over there is going to run you about 162, right? 162,000. Again, I thought it was so cool to find out it used to be a railroad town, right? And then it grew into this city, really impacted by the lumber industry, just like Lumberton. Hence Lumberton, right? These two cities, and really Southeast Texas itself is you had the oil industry, and then you also had lumber, pulp and paper. And so what you actually find here over here in Everdale. There's a big paper mill over here in Everdale, big paper mill. And there was another one we had in Orange. That one closed down. Something else is coming there. I'm trying to forget what's coming back up. But there was a paper mill over there as well. It's in national paper. They closed down, and now something else is being built over there. I forgot what it was. But the paper industry is big in Southeast Texas. So what I found out about that from Southeast to East Texas, this is piney woods, and this piney wood tree is actually really unique to Southeast Texas. And so when you look at your telephone poles, right? The telephone poles are made of the southern pine, specifically from Southeast Texas. Super cool. And then also these trees, they grow tall, and they don't grow real wide, but they grow tall, right? And so you have some native trees that are native to this area, like you have the southern long needle pine tree. So a specific pine tree has these long needles, fluffs out real nice. Super cool tree. And then you have the piney wood tree, which is this skinny pine tree that grows up really tall, really fast. And so lumber is a big deal out here in Southeast Texas. So your fence posts, especially but you need that in the country. The fence posts, those fence posts are made of the southern pine tree. So you'll see like we in the little wood post fences, right? Those are actually made from the pine trees out here. So pine is I learned so much living out here in East Texas. In the city, it was always kind of in the city, right? You get used to the jobs out there they're like the white collar jobs per se, right? You don't just kind of go with me. You have the jobs that are in the corporate offices, right? And these corporate offices of the oil companies, the lumber companies, and all these things, they're there in Houston. And so the connection of the dots didn't really make any sense, right, to me, because I'm just growing up as a kid. But now seeing where the corporate offices are in Houston and the work is actually being done out here in Southeast Texas, right? In Southeast Texas. And so you have over here, again, like I said, this is the all capital started here in Beaumont, from the port here all the way Orange beyond, right? You have oil and gas. And so that's actually why they call this the Golden Triangle. Here, Nederland, Port Neches, Groves, Orange. This is the Golden Triangle. So it took me forever to figure out what that was, right? I used to hear the Golden Triangle. I know what they were talking about. That's the Golden Triangle. Beaumont, Nederland, Groves, Port Neches, Orange, right? So this right here is the Golden Triangle, and it's all oil and gas. A lot of it is oil and gas, and there's some power gen over here too, in Bridge City. But that's the industry, and so a lot of people come out here to work in these industries. And so you have some of the leadership there out here, and then you have a lot of leadership in the corporate offices where they may come from. And then you also have the workforce that makes this thing happen, right? That is what you get here out here in Southeast Texas. And so again, these are the top 5 suburbs of Beaumont, Texas. And so I hope you liked this video. Hopefully you got some insight in the different suburbs of Southeast Texas. I'm looking forward to it. If you were, again, like I said, if you are at 9 days and 90 days, give me a shout. My contact information is below. You can call me, text me. I also have a link that you could set up a Zoom meeting. It drops right into my calendar. And I want to know when you're coming out, so we can get you finding the property that you're looking for. So what are you looking for? In a home, you're looking for a home with acreage, I can help you. So let me be your guide to Southeast Texas, to Beaumont, Texas, and the greater Southeast Texas area. I'm Roland Thomas. Thank you for tuning in. Click that like button, subscribe, follow for more, and we will see you on the next video. Have a blessed one.